Cardiff says you may have a job for me.
Well, well. So you're looking for a special job. Okay. But we play by my rules, understood?
What does that mean?
That means you do what I say and you get a third of the profits. If you don't like it, then there's no job.
We're business partners, so it's 50-50.
Okay. I thought I'd give it a shot. Of course, we'll split our profits fairly.
All right, what's your plan?
You know the merchant Baltram, don't you? If not, it's time you talk to him. This Baltram has a messenger who supplies him with goods from Akil's farm. That is, he had a messenger. Until I cut his throat. And now Baltram has to get a new one, and that will be you. Your job is to get hired by Baltram and fetch the delivery from Akil. You bring it to me, and then I'll sell it on to an interested customer. He'll fork over a tidy little sum for it. And just don't try selling the stuff yourself. Have you got all that?
How much will the profit be?
I can't say exactly, but I estimate around 400 gold pieces.
Where is Akil's farm?
Leave the city by the east gate. That's directly on the marketplace. If you follow the road to the right, you'll soon come to a few steps cut into the rock. Go up there, and you'll come to Akil's farm.
When should I talk to Baltram?
You can go right away. He should know by now that his messenger won't be showing up anymore.
Where can I find Baltram?
He has his stall in the marketplace.
Well then, I'm all set.
Good. Then get on your way. But if you try to cheat me, you'll soon be every bit as dead as the messenger. Don't forget.
Hey! Эй, ты! Как?
Vatras sent me. He told me to come to you when I needed help.
So you've already been to see Vatras? You must have made a lasting impression on him. Otherwise, he certainly wouldn't have volunteered my name. Especially not since the matter with those missing people still hasn't been resolved. Tell me what you need.
Vatras gave me this ornament to bring to you. He said it is to be taken back.
Of course. It's up to me, as usual. I might have known. I'll have to walk halfway across the island to take it back to the water mages.
I can take the ornament there for you.
I think I'd better take it there myself. But you could come with me. Only, I can't leave here at the moment. I need to keep an eye on the harbor.
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I can't talk about that. Vatras would have my head.
About those missing people. Tell me what you know.
The first was William, one of the fishermen here in Corinus. One day, he simply didn't return. At first, we thought that one of those sea monsters out there had eaten him in his boat for breakfast. But not too long afterwards, other people started disappearing from the town and the surroundings. Pretty random events, though. Everyone's at a loss so far. The way it looks, we'll just have to wait until we finally stumble across a clue.
Isn't this a case for the militia?
The militia is pretty useless if you ask me. They're never going to clear this up. The missing people have just vanished into thin air.
What exactly?
I can't talk.
So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
We work for them, and they see to it that our past in the penal colony doesn't get us into trouble.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
Vatras told me about it.
You might have mentioned that right away.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
The ring is to the water mages what the paladins are to the fire magicians. But, unlike the paladins, we operate in the background. The ring is a mighty weapon in the battle against the dangers that threaten the people of Corinus. But this only works as long as we keep the identity of all those secret who belong to the Ring of Water. So keep this to yourself.
Sure. I want to join the Ring of Water.
That's fine with me, but the decision about whether you will be accepted or not lies with the water mages alone.
What did you do to impress the water mages?
I protected them for a long time when we were still living with the barrier, and they have plenty of reason to be grateful to me.
What's it like to belong to the Ring?
We are very different from the usual communities you can join here in Corinus. Once you're one of us, we're not going to ask anything of you that you are not ready to do. The only thing we truly require of you is to keep quiet. We work in secret and do not want to let outsiders know who our members are. We shall keep an eye on you. Everything else remains to be seen.
I see. Okay, let's go.
I cannot leave here until we know more about the missing people, or someone else takes over my duties.
Teach me. What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I'm doing what we all do. I fulfill the tasks the water mages give me. Some of the missing people were fishermen. They disappeared along with their boats. That's why I'm standing here, watching the harbor. Maybe something will happen yet, but you could help me. Listen, I shall give you my aquamarine ring. It signifies that the bearer belongs to the Ring of Water. If you wear my ring, the rest of us will know that you're acting on my behalf. Get someone to take over my duties so that I can take the ornament back. One of us is always keeping an eye on the marketplace, but I don't know whose turn it is. You had better go talk to all those standing around there. Once the right man sees my aquamarine ring on you, he will let you know. Tell him to see to it that somebody else takes over here at the harbor.
I need your help.
And what exactly were you thinking of?
I need some money.
Don't we all? Sorry, but I have none to give you. But Lamar, the moneylender, still owes me a favor. Go to him and borrow whatever money you need. I'll take care of the rest. You'll find Lamar in the harbor district, where it borders on the lower part of town.
And he works all day, too.
Well, lend me some money.
Sure, how much would you like? I charge 20%.
1,000 gold coins.
1000 золотых? Знаешь, это очень большая сумма.
У тебя, видимо, просто нет таких денег.
Деньги-то есть, но я очень рискую, сужая тебе столько золота. Ну ладно, я дам тебе 1000 монет, но завтра же ты мне их вернешь. И с процентами. Все ясно?
Договорились.
Смотри, не обмани меня.
Do you always throw your money at people like that?
Don't worry, you'll be back. Otherwise, I'll find you and kill you. It's that simple. You've got such a distinctive mug that it wouldn't take long for me to find you. So don't even think about playing around with me.
Невозможно. Невозможно. Эй!
Teach me how to fight.
Yeah, get out! That wasn't so hard.
Подожди минутку. Вот твои чернила.
Благодарю тебя. Ты меня просто выручил. Теперь я наконец-то закончу эту карту и получу огромную кучу золота.
А мне что-нибудь перепадет?
К сожалению, у меня сейчас нет для тебя ничего ценного. Хотя, постой. Вот, возьми эту бумагу. Она вовсе не такая простая, как кажется на первый взгляд. С ее помощью можно делать магические свитки. Но большего у меня ничего нет.
Ладно, сойдет и это.
Come back in.
Ahoy, you landlubber. Looks like you're stranded here. You look a bit pale around the gills. Never mind, my lad. All you need is a good stiff sea breeze.
What are you doing here?
Back when I was a young man, I went to sea and rode through many a big storm. No big deal, not at all. But that old tower came closest to what I call a home. I haven't been up there in ages.
Why not?
Ever since these scallywags took over my lighthouse, I haven't dared get closer to it than 20 feet. Really bad rabble, that. They're criminals from the Valley of Mind, you know. There was this big bang on the other side of the mountains, and they swarmed all over the land like flies. Now they're hiding out everywhere, even in my lighthouse. I think they're on the lookout for any ship they can raid. Ah, let them. Then at least they'd be out of my tower.
Нет. Я говорю о том, что находится на суше. На высоком склоне, недалеко от города. А тот, что в море, это старый маяк. Его уже давно никто не использует. Люди боятся туда ходить. Говорят, что там водятся призраки. Говорю как есть. Одного призрака я сам лично видел. Давно, правда. Лет 10 назад. Я точно не знаю, что там произошло. Но люди говорят, что тот маяк проклят. А за что и почему, никто не знает.
Do you come to town often?
I always say a town is only as good as its harbor. A harbor is the gate to the world. That's where everyone meets and where everything starts. Once the harbor goes to the dogs, the rest of the city will follow soon.
А что ты знаешь про пиратов?
Ну, все пираты — это отъявленные головорезы, воры и негодяи. Правда, за жестокостью и бесчеловечностью, с коими они грабят и топят суда, порой скрывается нечто теплое и душевное. Например, чтобы хоть как-то скоротать время и развлечься в перерывах между грабежами, они сочиняют стихи и песни, и зачастую у них получаются действительно неплохие вещи. Хочешь послушать?
Я бы не отказался.
Тогда слушай. Ну вот и все, дружок. Пора открыть Кингстоны. К добру не привели. Проказы на воде. Но сколько ж можно плыть к безмерно удаленной, к единственно своей загадочной звезде? Уже запал не тот, чтоб курс держать упрямо и всем ветрам назло стремиться в никуда. И очень тяжело являться капитаном, когда во тьме горит всего одна звезда. Не лучше скромно лечь на дне среди угрюмых, глубоководных рыб с отравленным хвостом. Ведь золото лежит на дне в пиратских трюмах, а поверху плывет бессмысленный планктон. Так что ж меня влечет границам небосклона, о чем терзаюсь я в бреду и наяву? Зачем же я опять к безмерно удаленной, к единственно своей плыву, плыву, плыву? Ну, как тебе?
Это было прекрасно.
Я знал, что тебе понравится. Это же ведь настоящая пиратская романтика.
Послушай, а ты сам часом не пират?
Кто, я? Нет, что ты. Я просто старый моряк. И всего-то.
Ну да, конечно. Эй, ты!
Tell me about the harbor.
The harbor of Corinus isn't what it used to be. There's nothing but riffraff hanging about. The ships don't come anymore, and trade is dead. This harbor's about to go under.
So why don't you leave?
Nobody would take an old sea dog like me on his ship these days. Most people think that old Jack's got the gout in his rotten old bones.
And are they right?
Balderdash. Once I've got those planks beneath me feet again, I'll feel like a young whippersnapper.
What do you mean by riffraff?
Look at them, the lazy rabble. Most of them don't even know what work is. All they do is drink all day and spend their last pay at the brothel. I tell you, stay away from them.
Why are the ships no longer coming?
They all say that once the war is over, everything will be like it used to be. That's a load of bilge water. I tell you, a sailor can see when a town's going downhill. A sailor feels that in his blood, and I can tell you, forget about this harbor. Its heyday's over.
Do you really think?
Эй! Эй!
You're a fisherman?
Now, how did you ever guess that? Can't you simply leave me alone? Don't take it personally, but I haven't been too happy lately. It's that militia.
Trouble with the militia?
Those bastards keep coming here and taking whatever they want. Last week, they made off with my entire catch. It's for a good cause, they said. I know that everybody's got to fend for himself since the farmers have stopped trading. And of course, sometimes people just go hungry. Small wonder that they're snatching the fish from right under my nose. But if they keep doing this, I won't even have enough to feed myself.
Have you talked to the paladins about this?
Are you joking? Do you really think they'd be interested if a poor devil like me has his problems with the militia?
Maybe I can help you.
I don't know. I suppose you'd have to know somebody from the militia who has connections to the paladins. The paladins will hardly buy the fish from me.
Я посмотрю, что можно сделать.
Can you tell me something about the missing people?
My friend William started hanging out with a bunch of shady characters. And where did it get him? One day he simply didn't show up for work. And that's the last we saw of him.
Your buddy William has disappeared?
So he has. He's a fisherman, but a little too big for his boots, I should add. He should have stayed well away from that bunch.
When did you last see him?
Only a few days ago.
Maybe he just went out to sea to fish.
That's not very likely. His boat is still moored in the harbor.
What's he been up to?
William had some shady dealings with those crooks. I think it was all about contraband that he sold to the bastards.
What bastards would those be?
I don't know who they are or what their business is here in Corinus. I only know the place where they met up with William. I just happened to see William there when I was fishing in the bay.
Where exactly is that meeting place?
There's a bay opposite the harbor, north of here. You can only reach it by boat or swim. There's a beach there and a small fishing camp. That's where I saw them.
He'll surface again.
I don't think so. He's been gone for too long already. I'm afraid that I'll be dragging his body from the sea at some point.
I think I've heard enough.
Spare yourself the effort. I don't believe you'll find him.
So, how are the fish biting?
I've seen better times. Too little to live on, too much to die.
Hey, you have no business up here. Only paladins and those of us in the militia have access here.
What's up here then?
This is the provisions store of the Royal Guard of the Paladins. I am the provisions master here, and I'm responsible for seeing to it that none of the paladin stuff goes astray, and you're not wanted here, so keep your hands to yourself or I'll chop 'em off.
Can you sell me any of the paladin stuff?
You want to buy? Let's say that if you could compensate me for the trouble that will arise from the paladin's things wandering off, then we might be able to do business.
Does that happen often? Things going astray?
As long as the provisions master says that everything is right, no.
I see. Farum the fisherman has problems with the militia. The boys are constantly stealing from him.
And what do I have to do with it?
You have a certain amount of influence up here with the paladins. Farum needs your protection. He's willing to give you a part of his catch for it.
I see what you mean. Fish. As if I didn't have enough crap to deal with. Tell your pal he should come to me and tell me exactly what's up with the militia. I'll take care of it.
You're looking for the man who is selling weapons to the bandits?
Says who?
Says Vatras.
Oh. What do you know about it?
Not much, but I could find out more.
Ah. Is that so?
Tell me, what do you know about the weapons dealer?
Listen, we know that an influential citizen in the upper quarter must be behind it. And some of the weapons are even supposed to have come from the militia's supplies. We still don't know exactly who's behind it. If you have enough guts to take on a group of at least 5 bandits, maybe you can find out.
What about the bandits?
We know that the bandits are currently blockading the roads that connect the farmers to the city. Besides that, I know that there must have been a weapons delivery in the last few days. Maybe some clues to uncover the weapons dealer can be found with the bandits.
About the weapons dealer? What was that again?
Listen, you're supposed to find out who's behind the weapons deliveries to the bandits and bring me proof. But it has to be really incriminating evidence, otherwise I can't arrest the guy.
What do you have to offer? All the crates still there?
Don't touch anything or I'll call the watch. Got it?
Эй, ты!
I know how to resolve your trouble with the militia.
And how would that be?
Martin, the provisions master of the Paladins, wants to hear your story about the militia and the fish.
And you think he can make the militia leave me alone?
At least that's what he said.
Great, thank you. I cannot give you much, but wait. I found this strange blue stone on one of the islands off the coast of Corinus. I don't think it's worth a whole lot, but someone like you will certainly find a use for it.
Кроме этого, если хочешь, я смогу продать тебе немного рыбы и все остальное, чем одаряет меня море.
Покажи мне свои товары.
Погоди минутку.
Что еще такое?
У тебя случайно не найдется немного времени, чтобы выслушать старика?
Да, конечно.
Понимаешь, тут такое дело. Прихворал я, в общем, немного. Изо дня в день эта возня у воды с сетями, рыбой. Вот, видимо, и продуло меня. А работать-то нужно, чтобы хоть как-то сводить концы с концами.
А я чем могу помочь?
Помню, во времена моей молодости я ел замечательную уху. Не простую, а сборную. Туда помимо рыбы шел старый сыр, грибы и зелень, а приправлялось это блюдо красным перцем. Съешь уху, и тебя сразу же всего пробирает до костей. Чувствуешь себя богатырем, и есть не хочется долго.
Так в чем проблема? Возьми да приготовь эту свою сборную уху.
Да я бы с радостью, если бы знал как. В общем, самому мне эту прелесть никак не приготовить, а силы поправить хочется.
Ладно, старик, помогу, чем смогу.
Тогда вот, возьми хотя бы рыбу. Надеюсь, что ты поможешь, а я в долгу не останусь. Поверь, у меня есть чем отблагодарить. Недавно после шторма море принесло много всякого добра.
These are bad times.
Ты можешь сварить сборную уху?
Конечно, но у нее довольно сложный состав. Если достанешь для меня все нужные ингредиенты, будет тебе сборная уха.
Что именно тебе нужно?
Запоминай. Для начала мне нужна рыба. Думаю, 10 хватит. Далее понадобится сыр, 5 растений серафиса, красный перец и самое главное – ром.
Ром?
Да, только он. И никакого шнапса, если, конечно, ты хочешь, чтобы получилась уха, а не какая-нибудь бурда.
Ладно, я все понял.
Are you looking for a job?
Sure. What's it about?
My errand boy hasn't come back, and I'm waiting for a delivery from the farmer Akil.
And how much is it worth to you?
I'll give you 50 gold pieces.
Fine, I'm in.
Okay. Just tell Akil that I sent you. He'll give you a package. Bring it to me.
Where can I find Akil's farm?
Just go out here through the east gate and follow the path to the southeast. After a short while, you'll come to a stone stairway. Go up that, and from there, you'll already be able to see Akil's farm.
You're doing business with pirates?
What? Who told you that?
I talked to one of them. He seems to be waiting for you in his bay.
What can you do? These are hard times. Everybody has to look after his own.
Weren't you afraid of getting caught?
That could happen. You found out too, didn't you? But you'll keep your mouth shut, right?
What do you know about the pirates?
They live in a remote part of the island of Corinus. It can only be reached with a cog or some other ship, as far as I know. The citizens of Corinus fear them, quite rightly so, for they're nothing but a bunch of nasty cutthroats. Still, if you ask me, they're nowhere near as bad as the bandits.
What is it you're trading?
I mostly supply them with food. And for that, they give me the finest rum that's to be had in Corinus.
I could take care of this deal for you.
That would be great. I cannot leave Corinus at the moment. Here, take this package and tell Skip not to be so stingy with the rum this time. It should be at least 3 bottles.
That was all I wanted to know.
Да вы только вспомните честные глаза Акила, его робкий голос. Это человек невероятной доброты.
Why are you looking so doubtful?
I see that you bear the sign of the Ring of Water.
So, are you a member too?
What if I am?
Then I would tell you that Lares wants to be relieved from his post down at the harbor.
Fine. If that's so, I'll see to it that somebody deals with it.
I see.
Мои яства, праздник для живота, и почти что даром. Подходите, берите и вкушайте. Приятного аппетита.
У всех свои проблемы, и у меня
Show-
тоже.
That's an open secret.
Но это ужасно.
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. An owner, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
Where will I find Akil's farm?
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the road to the right, you'll come to a stairway. It leads up to Akil's farm. But I wouldn't go there now. The mercenaries are certainly still there.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
All the citizens of this city who have martial skills at their disposal are herewith urged to join the Royal Militia.
A lot of citizens are missing, and everything seems to indicate that you're not quite innocent in the matter.
Damn it. It's not what you think it is. Do I look like a slave trader to you? No, I only transport goods. What they are and where they come from is no concern of mine. We have shipped all kinds of things for those swine. First, it was just regular stuff. Well, sometimes it may have been contraband. But then they started to kidnap the inhabitants of the city. No idea what they're planning to do with them. All we did was ferry them across.
Who are you talking about?
The bandits, of course. Who else? The filthy scum who are making themselves at home all over the island. And not just here, around Corinus.
Just bandits isn't good enough for me. I want a name.
A name? You want to know who's leading the bandits? Damn it! What was that bastard's name again? I just can't recall his name. Even if it wasn't all that complicated. But I can show you where to find the boss of the gang in this part of Corinus. Have you got a decent map?
No.
Then I guess I'll have to give you a description. There's a very big farm far to the east. The farmer's name is Onar, I think. He's got some fairly large fields. To the south of those fields, there's a small fortress on a high cliff. That's where you'll find your man. I remember his name now. Dexter. Yes, I think they called him Dexter.
Where did you take those people?
I already told you. I'm not going to tell you where our bay is.
I've got a package for you from Baltram.
What? He's sending me an errand boy? Scared shitless, is he? Oh well. What can you expect from such a puny penny pincher?
He says he wants 3 bottles of your rum in return.
Ha ha! Wouldn't he like that? First he makes me wait forever. Doesn't even show up in person. Then he has the nerve to make demands. Here, give him 2 bottles. That's enough for him.
А у тебя есть еще пойло?
Что именно тебя интересует? Грог, ром или что-нибудь покрепче?
Лучше что-нибудь покрепче.
У меня тут осталась последняя бутылка совершенно невероятного напитка. Называется «Быстрая селедка». Ее делает один мой старый знакомый. Но, как ты понимаешь, я не расстанусь с ней просто так.
И сколько ты хочешь?
В данном случае золото меня мало интересует.
Тогда что тебе нужно?
Я хочу девку. Настоящую портовую шлюху, разрази меня гром. Я слишком долго был в море, и сейчас это именно то, что мне нужно. Но я не могу сам пойти в бордель. Ополчение вздернет меня на первом же суку, так что приведи ее сюда. Вот тогда ты и получишь свое пойло. Только сразу договорись о том, что она пробудет тут не меньше 3 дней.
Ладно, я постараюсь это устроить.
I have talked to Baltram. He will find someone to relieve you.
Ah, very good. Then we can finally leave here. You had better keep my aquamarine ring for now. I assume it will come in handy for you until you get your own.
Vatras said you could help me join a community.
Getting tired of being the underdog, are you? All right, I see your point. I can exert my influence with the mercenaries if you want to join Leave. And I'm sure we can find a way to get you into the monastery soon. But the easiest thing would certainly be for you to join the militia. Which community do you prefer?
The militia.
Yes, I can imagine you'd like that, eh? Read the law to other people while you're pocketing their purses. The paladins have set up their provisions store by the harbor. Their provisions master is a good friend of mine. Maybe he can do something for you. His name is Martin.
I got the rum from Skip, but he gave me no more than 2 bottles.
Damn expensive, that. Who does he think he is? Well, give it here then. I can't give you much for it now. This here's gotta be enough.
Show me your wares.
Я принес все, что ты просила. Теперь ты сваришь мне сборную уху?
Конечно, как и обещала. Давай все сюда. Отлично! И ром тут, мой дорогой. Ну вот, теперь точно получится настоящая сборная уха.
Эй, ты же выпила всю бутылку рома.
А ты думал, что я его греть в руках буду?
Но как же уха? Ты же сказала, что он нужен для ее приготовления.
Ну да, все верно. И сейчас я его как раз использовала по назначению. И, кстати, пока ты тут трепался, твоя уха уже изготовилась. Вот, держи ее. Надеюсь, тебе понравится.
Эй, ты! Эй, ты! Я принес твою сборную уху.
Ох, спасибо, приятель. Это как раз то, что мне сейчас надо. Ты уж прости, что из рук вырываю. Просто так не терпится ее попробовать снова. Как вкусно. Но награду можешь выбрать сам.
Отдай мне те гребешки и креветки, которые ты нашел после шторма.
Вот, держи.
Эй! Эй! Кто вы?
А кто спрашивает? Впрочем, неважно. Я Анхель, паладин короля.
Возможно, мне показалось, но вы располагаетесь как-то обособленно от остальных паладинов.
Да, ты верно заметил. Мой отряд отличается от остальных. Но достаточно вопросов.
И все же, кто вы?
Ты интересуешься из праздного любопытства? Или тебе на самом деле интересно?
Просто расскажи подробнее.
Ладно. Мы отдельный орден. Нас называют охотниками на демонов. Хотя это всего лишь название. Нежить мы истребляем не менее эффективно.
И вы приплыли сюда на корабле с другими паладинами?
Именно так.
А я могу к вам присоединиться?
Я сразу понял, что ты интересуешься не просто так. Наш орден проводит набор рекрутов, однако мы не принимаем первого встречного. Те парни, что приплыли со мной с материка, завершили вступительное испытание, а также прошли обряд посвящения. Если твои намерения действительно серьезны, то я расскажу тебе подробнее.
А чем вы отличаетесь от других воинов?
Как я уже сказал, мы специализируемся на истреблении нежити и демонов. В ближнем бою мы используем оружие на свое усмотрение, а вот в дальнем бою все используют арбалет. Наш орден хранит особые секреты обращения с этим оружием. Никто не умеет использовать арбалет так же эффективно, как мы.
Понимаю. Что нужно сделать, чтобы присоединиться к вам?
Как я уже говорил, мы не берем первого встречного. Ты являешься гражданином этого города?
Нет.
Тогда приходи, когда им станешь.
Hey!
Thalaris sent me. He said you could help me.
So? He did? Then fire away. What do you want from me?
I want to join the militia.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? We don't just take on ragbags like you for no good reason. You'd probably have to...
Spare me the drivel. Tell me what I have to do to join you.
Okay. Then pay attention. The job of the provisions master is hell, let me tell you. Managing all the crates and sacks in this place is bad enough. But every time I spend an evening in Cardiff's tavern, someone busies himself with the crates here, and when I come back the next morning, something is missing. Strangely enough, the paladins never see anything. I'm going crazy. I can't spend the entire night standing around here like an idiot. You, on the other hand...
I get it. I'm supposed to keep watch here while you hang around in the tavern.
Take it or leave it.
I'll watch over your provisions crates tonight.
Sweet. Good. Then come back tonight and keep an eye on the stuff here. In the meantime, I'll be in Cardiff's tavern.
Hey! Hey!